broadcast of Jerusalem's Gate. This is a very, very short video. Some people ask why do I support Israel and my Judean roots. The best way to describe it is that what I heard from one of my mentors on TV, an evangelist, he says Christians, the Jewish people, don't need Christians to explain their existence, but Christians can't explain their existence without the Jewish faith. What did Jesus say in the scriptures? Salvation of the Jews. What did he say to the woman, Samaritan woman at the well? She goes, he tells the lady, you Samaritans don't know what you worship. Salvation comes from, we Jews know who we worship. Jesus is the Jewish Messiah. Yeshua is his Hebrew name. And Jesus, how do I put this? Jesus celebrated all the Jewish holidays. He said, I didn't come to abolish the law, the Moses law. I've come to fulfill. Jesus was the only one that could fulfill the law perfectly. Because he doesn't have a sin, he didn't have a sin nature. He couldn't sin. It was impossible for him to sin. Although the devil tempted him majorly, and we all know what that feels like. I certainly do. But again, I don't want to sound redundant. Christians cannot explain their existence without the Jewish faith, and Jewish can explain their existence without the Christian faith. The Jewish people are God's chosen people. You heard me say this before. Our success or failure in this nation, America, is based on how we treat the Jews. Case in point, after World War II, we fought to free the Jewish people out of the concentration camps. What did God do after World War II? He opened the gates of heaven and threw down blessings on the United States that we weren't able to contain. Housing went skyrocket. The baby boom went big where all the GIs coming home. God blessed the economy. God blessed everything we put our hands to. But in the 60s, we started rebellion, and we started turning from the Lord. Turning from the Lord, I should say. We all know that we're at the end of the age. You hear me preach this almost every video. This is the end of the age. We're not headed to the end of the age. This is the end of the age. Either two things are going to happen in the near future, whether it be in my life or after I'm gone, is the rapture or the day of God. If you don't know what the day of God is, read 2 Peter chapter 3. It is a day of a total wrath. Peter had a vision of it. He says, you heard me preach about this on a past video, that the elements on earth would melt with fervent heat. Some people say, well, God won't do that. Well, Peter, who's a pretty righteous guy, had a vision of it. So, but that's the case in point. We should, I personally think we need to always think that the Jewish people are God's chosen people, because they are. With that being said, I told you it'd be a short video. God bless you. Remember, we love you, and we see you on the next broadcast.